What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lucky. I'm back with another one. I'm running late. I got something on my mind. I'm just gonna jump out there and talk about it real quick, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, all my couples out there, long-term relationships, committed relationships, marriages, whatever you're dealing with, listen. When you guys go from one status to the next, right? So, like, you're in a long-term relationship, and then the man proposes to the woman. Now, you're engaged, and you go from an engagement, you have a wedding, now you're married, right? At the end of the day, men, you still are who you were coming into the relationship. Ladies, you still are who you were when you came into the relationship, okay? So there's a big kind of thing like, when you get married, you have to change, right? And I just want to get a little more specific with that, right? When you get married, you yourself don't have to change. You have to change your behaviors, I guess, right? But you yourself, you don't have to change. So really, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, fellas, if you like to bowl on the weekends, and you always went bowling on the weekends, you was in a bowling league, or you and your friends got together and went bowling. Y'all got together on the weekends, maybe, played basketball, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is you did, right? Whatever your thing was. You don't really have to stop doing that thing, okay? See, because you doing that thing made you who you were. You understand what I'm saying? You doing that thing made you who you were. And so what happens is, when you cut out all your, like your after work activities that you used to do, you cut off a lot of your friends, and just stuff like that, man, the hobbies that you had and sports that you might have been involved in, or whatever the case may be. When you give those things up because, like, now you're married, it changes you, the person. So when you take those things out of your life and now you as the person change, what you have to understand is now you slowly drift out of being the person that your wife married. You understand what I'm saying? You slowly drift away from being the person that your wife married. So, you may have, like I said, go bowling on the weekends with your buddies, right? And that's where you just laugh, joke, cut up, have a good time, have a few drinks and all that, right? That's a part of who you are. That's a part of what you do, right? You enjoy doing it, and that's just what you do. That's how you vent. That's how you get whatever built up anger you have, stress that you have from work, stress that you have from the relationship, or whatever, things of that nature. When you go and you hang out with your buddies and you go on bowling and you're going to play basketball, or whatever it is that you do, you're relieving that tension, right? So what happens is, when you get married now and you're no longer doing those things, you have no way to release that tension, right? Because you gave it up. You say, I'm married now, man. I'm going to just spend more time with my wife and this and that. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting yourself, and now, like, long term, like, you kind of, you're going to do a little damage a little bit, like, to the relationship a little bit. But see, because relationships can cause stress. I mean, they're hard work, you know what I mean? And, some things get built up. Stress levels and things of that nature just kind of get built up. And if you don't have a way to let it out, because now you're no longer hanging out with your friends, or you're no longer doing the things that you did to calm you down and relieve your stress, it builds up. You know what I'm saying? It starts to build up. This is why I'm saying, don't change whatever it is that you were doing. Now, listen, if you were running around and you were doing things that you weren't supposed to do, yes, of course, stop doing that. You shouldn't have been doing that anyway. But you understand what I'm saying. The stress relievers that you had in your life to help you get by before you got married, you need to keep those. You need to keep those in your life. You need to keep those in your life, because trust and believe, marriage is tough, and you are going to run into stressful situations. You're going to have problems, and you're going to have to relieve that stress. And so you don't want to get rid of the things that, you know what I'm saying, relieve your stress. Ladies, same thing. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. But I want to say more so, I do believe for men, because I think men are typically the ones that kind of do that more so than women. I don't know, it might not be, but I know women, when they have this circle of friends, like, women are content. Y'all could just talk on the phone all day long, like on a group chat, and y'all just going back and forth, ha ha, he. Y'all could just do that all day long, at work, at home, then whenever y'all go. Yeah, y'all could do that all day long, you know. But you know, men, they kind of like, yo, man, you know, I'm married now, man. I'm not gonna be doing this, and I'm not gonna be doing that. And again, if what you were doing would be considered harmful to your marriage, like, I mean, you was just going out doing stuff you shouldn't do, yeah, leave that alone. But you know, just the everyday stress relievers that you had, man, you got to keep doing those things. Because again, if that's what you had that will help you relieve your stress, now you have nothing to help you relieve your stress. And you have added stress. Being married, that's an added stress. Believe me, it's an added stress. And so you need things to kind of, you know, get that stuff out. So I just kind of want to say, man, don't change. Don't change, you know, your activities that you were doing. If you can still fit them in, you know, in your schedule and all that, man, you still doing whatever hobbies you had. You know what I'm saying? You still do those hobbies, man. You keep it going, because that's what made you who you are. You know what I'm saying? You might have been. I'll give you an example. Like, you might have just, I don't know, let's just say you was in a bike club, right? You like riding bikes, right? I'm speaking from experience. You like riding bikes, then you get married and say, hey, I'm gonna leave that bike life alone, you know, whatever. Now you leave the bike life alone, but guess what? Now you feeling some type of way, because it's like, man, I need to get out there on my bike. You know what I mean? You got a couple guys you ride with, get on the bike, go out, you go ride and everything, but it's not the same as like when you was in the club, when you was you understand what I'm saying? It's just not the same. So now you home all the time. You know what I'm saying? The time that you would be going with the bike club and doing whatever y'all do, now you sitting up in your old lady face. Now y'all bickering about little stuff, this, that, and the third, right? Now, had you not been there, that bickering and arguing and all that stuff wouldn't even have happened, because you wouldn't even have been there. You wouldn't even have been in the house. So that would have been an argument that you would have avoided. You know what I'm saying? But because now you sitting there, y'all sitting in each other's face. You know what I mean? It's, you know, she probably in her mind like, man, you used to be going all the time, man. We get married, now you all up in my face, man. Go get some business, man. Go get some business. Go find something to do or something like that. You know what I mean? So then now you got a little bit of resentment in you. You know what I mean? Because you ain't doing the things you used to do. And your resentment is, I don't know if ill will is like the way to say it, but that resentment is going towards your wife when she ain't the one that told you to leave the club. You the one that decided to leave the club because you wanted to, quote unquote, you know, be home and be there, you know, for your wife. You want to change up your life because you're married now. That was on you. But you resent it now, but that resentment is coming out, and you know, you taking it out on her. She ain't did nothing at all. But you know, I just wanted to jump out here real quick, man, and say, look, man, whatever you've been doing, man, you keep doing that. That's it, man. As long as it's something productive, okay? Something productive and not detrimental to your marriage, okay? Whatever you've been doing, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Don't stop. Just you gotta remain the same man, because that is who your wife was attracted to. Remain that same guy, okay? That's all I want to say. Ladies, y'all just flip this around and put it on y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Flip it around and put it on y'all too. But it's really geared toward the men, because I just know men typically are the ones that step back and say, okay, well, now I'm not going to do this anymore, and I'm not going to do that anymore. And I get it. I kind of understand the reasons why some men may say that. I've been a victim of that. I don't want to say victim, but I've done that. And now in retrospect, like kind of looking back, it's like, nah, maybe I should not have done that. But I thought I was doing the right thing at the time. I didn't realize like the type of effect that it, you know, really would have. But and my situation, I didn't have any resentment or anything like that. But I'm just saying, I got out of what I was doing simply because I got married. And but I had reasons really, but other than that, but yeah, it was just you know, probably thinking back, I probably should have just, you know what I'm saying, kept doing what I was doing. And you know, But yeah, guys, just keep being the same person that you were, because that's who she was attracted to. That's who she wants. That's who she wants to be with. Okay, as soon as you switch up, it's like, okay, I married somebody different, and you know, that was old, like a bait and switch right there, right? Little bait and switch. Like, okay, I'm gonna be this guy while we dating, but then when we get married, I'm gonna fall back and I'm gonna be this guy. Listen, fellas, if y'all was going to the gym, hitting that gym, going hard, man, now you got married. You done that muscle done went away. You done gained 30, 40 pounds, man. Your wife looking at you like, man, what did I do? You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, whatever y'all been doing, keep doing it, man. Don't change, man. Don't change. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay that same guy. Period. All right, I'm out.